So how do you build a culture, going back to Mark's question, in practice, where people feel even comfortable and safe that they're allowed to challenge the CEO?
Yep.
Because that carries a lot of weight. And even if you're the most approachable CEO on the planet, your voice still has a lot of gravity to it. How do you instill that safety?
Well, this place we're sitting here at the USGA was a great challenge for that. The USGA is really revered. It's been around for 130 years, and in this building, level mattered, right? So if Mike Whan walked in the room, they'd stop talking, and then they'd present something and wait for me to say yes or no, right or left, spend this much, spend that much. And I hadn't really been around that much. Like unfortunately, I'm not that smart. So I think they kept waiting for me to be the smartest guy in the room, and I don't bring that. I remember the first person I hired I shook up my leadership team, as you would guess I probably would. And the first person I hired is somebody that worked with me at the LPGA. When we were going through the interview process, he said, "Why me? Like, why me? Why this job?" And I said, "I need you to do what you do naturally." And he said, he thought I meant like succeed. And he goes, "Well, I mean, come on. I mean, I can handle that." I said, No, I mean what you do naturally to me. And he goes, "You mean like argue with you?" And I said, "Exactly." Because we argue about everything. And I said, "I need you to do it publicly, like you would anyway. And I need you to do it with pride.
Really?
And I need the rest of the world to see that I'm not only okay with that, I lean on that." Because we needed to start to break down this culture of, well, I'm sorry, but Mike's the CEO of the USGA when he says that's the direction we go. And like yourself, if you're a natural born salesperson, if you talk yourself into a good idea and everybody else is just waiting for you to tell them the idea, I mean, you fail with all your miserable ideas. And in my case, I bat about 30% maybe on ideas. So all those 70s are making it to the marketplace. And I needed somebody who could bat all those out of the air before they get going too far. And so you got to find people who you trust and who will, quite frankly, build that culture through the organization. And that was the first one. And, now here we are 4 years later.